What is going on? My name is Mike and this is all about pressure washing, and today we're going to be talking about pre-treating, post-treating, or do you need to treat at all? And I'm talking about driveways, specifically concrete driveways, and how to get the best results for our customers. And if you've got questions like this, or really anything in the realm of the how-to questions, click the first link in the description below and check out How to Wash. It's a great training course. Get $50 off for our pre-spring special, promo code SPRING50. Now let's talk about treatments. So we talk about pre-treating and post-treating concrete all the time. And there are lots of opinions on the matter, and there really is no definitive answer on the subject. So I just wanted to explore all three and give you kind of what we do and my opinion on all three options. So the first question is, what is the treatment that you're talking about? So typically when we're talking about pre and post treatments, we're talking about applying a mixture of bleach and water to the concrete, which does a number of things. This is typically between a 1% and a 1.5% concentration, which is pretty normal for a house wash mix. There are some instances when you're going to need to use at least some kind of treatment, like if you have leaf or acorn stains on the driveway. And the only way to really remove these in the best manner is with some sort of treatment. And we all know that concrete is an incredibly porous surface, and that allows some water to seep through and move away from the surface, but it also gives organics like mold, mildew, and algae a place to hide and grow. This porous surface also allows stains to seep in, which makes them more difficult to remove. And that is why we often choose to pre-treat. So if you choose to pre-treat, you are applying your mix to the concrete before you begin to surface clean. You need to give it ample time to sit on the surface, and we call this dwell time. This allows the detergent to do its job, working to kill all of the organic matter in the concrete. This also loosens it up, it lightens it up, and it also allows for a much more efficient and quicker surface cleaning. My company downstreams the pre-treatment, but it can also be applied with a 12-volt pump, an X-Jet, or even a pump-up sprayer. And then there are guys that only like to post-treat the surface after the initial surface cleaning. This serves the exact same purpose as a pre-treatment in the killing of the organics. The other advantage of a post-treatment is that it covers up a multitude of pressure washing sins, like striping and swirl marks. Now, these things can happen from moving too quickly with the surface cleaner or having too much overlap, and then you end up cleaning the same area twice, leaving it that much cleaner. And by applying and leaving a post-treatment after the surface has been washed and rinsed, the bleach mix can help to lighten these things up, and this is obviously applied the same way as a pre-treatment. So the reasons for pre and post-treatment are pretty undeniable, but there is another option, and that is no treatment at all. And there are people that may decide not to use a treatment, which, they want to stay away from chemicals because they feel maybe it's not necessary or not the best choice for the environment. And while I personally don't feel there is anything wrong with using a bleach mixture, I do understand that some people may not want to do this, and I respect that. A good surface cleaning will definitely make the driveway look 100 times better, but that beautifully clean driveway is not going to stay that way for as long as if there was a treatment. And the reason this is because the water didn't kill any of the organics deep in the pores of the concrete. It just removed the visible dirtiness on the surface, giving the appearance of a really clean driveway. And as discussed earlier, if you don't kill it, it's going to regrow. Just like the weeds in your lawn, you can mow them, and the grass looks good for a while until the weeds grow back, and that's why we use weed and feed to kill these organics that we don't want in our grass. It's the same process, the same concept. Now, there are pros and cons to all of these options, and I did forget to mention that there is a time and a place for all, including pre and post treating the surface if it warrants it. Now, some areas of the country don't have the same levels of heat and humidity like we do in the south, specifically down here in the low country, and the organics may not be an issue, and you might not need to consider any treatment. Of course, you're definitely going to be running into other stains that are not organic, like rust stains and oil stains, both of which will require a different treatment. When you start getting into using other detergents and chemicals, it's very important to understand the best way to apply as to not cause any issues down the road for your customers, yourself, or your business. Some folks have mentioned using oxalic acid on a driveway to lighten it up, but you have to be incredibly careful not to let it dry, and you have to follow up with a lot of water to neutralize it. If you don't, you can be left with a really ugly, splotchy white haze, and your customer is not going to be happy. So we stay away from these, but always understand what chemicals you're using, how to apply, and how to do it properly. So that's my take on the topic, and I hope it helped. If you have any other questions, let me know, and don't forget to check out How to Wash. Use SPRING50 as a promo code, get $50 off, and I hope you have a great day.